Game show.
Ernie Johnson joined by Shaquille O'Neal. Kenny the Jet Smith, thanks for tuning in. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And tonight, it'll be the Houston Rockets going up against the Pelicans out in New Orleans. And for New Orleans, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. Houston is a team that can put up numbers in a hurry, no question about that. But with the amount of three-pointers they take, Kenny, do they really, I guess, rely too much on the long ball?
Some could say that because, 40% of their shots that they make come from three-point land. That's an incredible amount when you have a guy like Dwight Howard in the post and you have guys in the post that like to score. So they might be a little three-heavy, though.
No, not might. They are three-heavy. They need to understand inside out wins championship, especially there in Houston. They took a lot of threes, but they were not great. They only shot 35% last year. They need to get the ball inside.
Tip-off is coming up shortly. We go courtside right now to Kevin Harlan.
On the road looking for a win against a Western Conference rival. The Houston Rockets are getting ready for this thing to get started. We've got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. This is Kevin Harlan, and here with me tonight, Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. Tip-off goes to Houston. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Taking a look at the Rockets. Modiunas and Howard, the post pair. Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. And it's Lawson in at the one spot. Now here's Harden. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots from 14. Hits the front of the rim and out. Last season for James Harden was easily his best yet. Finished second in the MVP race. Put up huge numbers with career highs in points per game, scoring. Greg at more than 27 a game.
And also carried that Rockets team that dealt with a plethora of injuries, mainly to Dwight Howard. And second in the league in scoring, I mean, narrowly losing out to Russell Westbrook, who just went on a tremendous tear the second half of the season. And then also finished runner-up in the MVP race.
Lawson outside. Harden outside. Howard at the elbow. It's Ariza on the wing. Drills it from outside. Ariza's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And here are the Pelicans now. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Kevin, I was able to speak with Alvin Gentry for just a moment. He said that they'd be focusing a lot of their defensive energies on containing Ty Lawson, especially in transition. He added, Lawson is one of the fastest players in the league. So if you let him get out and run, you are putting yourself at a huge disadvantage. We've got to keep him in the half court and limit his penetration. Guys?
Thanks a lot, Doris. Ariza no luck.
And with the way the Warriors went on a rampage last year, you knew that Alvin Gentry would be in demand. Was the architect behind the Warriors' offense, is one of the best offensive minds in our league.
Now Evans. Trevor Ariza, missing from long range. Can't cash in from close range.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him. That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
And with Gentry, his offensive prowess can't be understated, Greg. His peers joke and say he can draw up an open look for a corpse. I don't know about that, Clark, but we know he's talented. He's got a great offensive mind.
And that's right. And with this Pelicans team, he has plenty of firepower to work with, too.
Oh, he does. You're right. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Evans kicks to Davis. Yes, and a nice assist from Evans.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. Marc like last season, we saw Moni Eunice make some nice strides.
Yeah, big uptick in his scoring efficiency, Kevin. Both his shooting from beyond the arc and from within the arc increased.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Alexis Ajinça has checked in for Ashik. Cunningham comes in for Quincy Pondexter. And it's Norris Cole in for Eric Gordon.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight. And Montezuma's actually showing a newfound post repertoire there. I mean, he's deceptive. He has hooks and pump fakes, little up and unders. The Rockets looked to him for offense when they weren't playing through Harden.
Here's Cole. Lets it fly. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
And so here is Houston. Out to the right wing. To the paint. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Ajinça. Here's Evans. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. This is his first free throw of the game.
Tyreke Evans. 2 shots.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
And that one falls for Evans. And both free throws good for Evans. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Rockets lead by 1. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. Coach Kevin McHale doing well in Houston. He certainly has a fan in his shooting guard, James Harden.
He listens to us. You know, he takes our input and our feedback on games and what do we think and how we feel about, you know, certain situations. And, you know, he's a player coach. He's played, so he knows the game.
Well, there's no doubt there's great respect that Harden is showing for Coach Kevin McHale, which is what you need sometimes as a coach. You've got to command that respect from your players.
You know, it's kind of like a honeymoon period. You know, when it's clicking, it's like magic, and you just try to keep it going. But it all comes down to the coach listening, sharing, and taking the players' input seriously. Kevin has that instinct, having been around so many great teams.
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And guys, for the Rockets, what jumps out to you from a numbers standpoint?
Not much room to operate offensively. The defense has been stifling through the first.
Greg, they haven't given up a lot of easy chances at all.
So on the floor for Houston, Cody Eunice and Howard, the post pair. Austin out there with Harden. And it's Brewer in at the small forward. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation. Well, one thing about Ty Lawson is he's very good at attacking the defense. Gets inside without a problem and knows how to set up teammates.
The free throw drops for Lawson. And for Lawson, he is great when he attacks. He does obviously create well for his team on drives. Interesting player, certainly, but playing with a team that's growing and pretty young around him.
A good point. And, you know, last season, Lawson averaged about 13 points for his team off of his own drives. I mean, that means 13 points a night would be a direct result of him attacking the rim. That's second in the league in a stat that only trailed James Harden.
I think that would surprise some people.
Yes.
Now, here's Lawson following the shot by Drew Holiday. The open shot by Brewer. The rebound by Anderson. The Pelicans trail. Outside Holiday. Offline with his three. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. There's a screen by Motiejunas. It's Harden with the drive. Asik comes up with the rebound. The Pelicans have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Outside Holiday. They set the pick. Dishes it to Anderson. Pass to Gordon. Just 5 on the clock. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Really unfortunate for Eric Gordon that an assortment of injuries have really derailed his career. A few years back, he looked like he'd be an absolute star. Once a 22 points a game scorer, was down to 13 a game last season.
Yeah, on the topic of Eric Gordon, one would think he's still young and talented enough to be a difference maker with any team. He just has to stay healthy. That really is the bottom line. He's got to keep his health.
Kevin, the truth is, though he's had a number of injuries, they've all been different. It isn't one chronic thing. So with a little good luck, we could see him shine once more.
Davis is checked in for New Orleans. Pondexter comes in for Luke Babbitt. Last year, the Pelicans, Greg, pushed their way into the postseason. It was a neck-and-neck battle for that number 8 spot, as you recall, with the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And how about the excitement down the stretch? They were able to edge out the Thunder and Russell Westbrook on that just point binge down the stretch there. And what a final day that was. A big, huge win over the Spurs let them get into the postseason for the first time under the Pelican moniker.
And so here is Houston. Lawson kicks to Howard. He dishes it to Motiejunas. Harden against Gordon. To the middle. And Motiejunas with the basket on the assist by Harden.
And as you said, I mean, New Orleans made the playoffs for the first time under the name Pelicans. Unfortunately for them, they ran into the Warriors in the first round and were promptly swept away.
Now here is Davis to the inside. Pondexter. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
And thinking back to the Pelicans playoffs from last year, let a 20-point lead slip away in that fourth quarter of Game 3. But they played better than a sweep and got valuable postseason experience for that young roster.
Here's Lawson. After Drew Holiday's score for the 3, and it's Ty Lawson with the 3. Lawson's got 6 points in the quarter.
And back and forth we go. That bucket gives us another lead change.
Too many of those to count. These teams have matched each other shot for shot, play for play. It has been impressive.
Now here's Gordon. Kicks to Pondexter. 6 to shoot. Here's Davis. The Rockets pull it in.
You know, not sure if he's playing to the crowd, but no need for the fadeaway on that shot.
Motiejunas kicks to Lawson. Second chance shot. Takes a big height bouncing, goes in. Lawson's got 8 points.
I really like the fact that he's getting the touches he needs here after not scoring a single point in that first quarter.
Here's Holiday. Now the feed to Davis. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Rockets ahead, up 3. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, guys, I'm here with Anthony Davis. And Anthony, based on how the game has been going so far, what's your attitude going to be when you come out to play the second half?
So, you know, we got to come out with a great intensity, and it starts in the warm-up. So we got to come out with a great intensity, great mindset, and try to go out there and win the third quarter.
Anthony, thank you. Guys, it should be all business when you step between the lines.
Thanks, Doris. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter started.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
I would call that a competitive first half of action. Ernie Johnson here welcoming you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Houston found themselves in a close game in the first. Their biggest lead during the opening period was 5. The second quarter was a strong effort for them as they continued to battle, and they were able to close out the half in a good position. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
Well, they're paying attention to the boards, and that's a good thing. When you're trying to get ahead and stay ahead, it often comes down to a few key possessions. Any extra rebounds you can get is a big difference. I like their intensity out there.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Pelicans?
Well, their defense was really inconsistent. They get a stop, then turn around and give up an easy bucket. That's why they allowed over 50% shooting. Their defense needs to be a lot more focused in the second half.
All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report as it's just about time for the start of the third quarter.
Ladies and gentlemen,
welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half.
We watched a great quarter by Ty Lawson. He's got 8 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc.
The Rockets were terrific on the road last season, Clark. Tied for second with the Clippers for the most road wins in the league.
26-15, although if you want to get picky about it, they had one of those wins in Mexico City, so maybe 25.5 road wins for them.
The shot-blocking pair of Davis and Ashik inside. Evans and Gordon are the guard set, and it's Pondexter in at the 3 spot. That's Alvin Gentry's 5 as we get into the second half. Ashik, blanketed by the D, fights to the rim for the layup. Ashik's got the first bucket of the third here for New Orleans.
And I do remember that Mexico City game last year for the Rockets. A huge turnout for them. It felt like they were the crowd favorites. Still, you can't take anything away from their road performances last season.
They get it back. They shoot again. Davis with some nice D.
They have yet to hit a shot. A real slow start here in the second half.
Hit his foot. And the officials saying it was kicked. New Orleans making some changes here. Alexis Ajinça has checked in for Ashik. Cunningham comes in for Quincy Pondexter. And Cole subbed in for Gordon. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Here's Cunningham, and he misses the go-ahead basket.
And, you know, you think about the Rockets, as you mentioned. I mean, one reason they were so good on the road is their offense didn't miss a beat when they left Houston. When you can get to the line as much as they did, you remain consistent on the road.
Just call him the Beard. James Harden, not just iconic, but also entering the conversation for the best player in the NBA.
And speaking of Harden and being the best, he'd certainly tell you so. He referred to himself as the best all-around player in the league. What do you think?
And I think he's right in that category. A lot of people laughed him off when he said that, but he's been a legitimate MVP candidate. His defense has gotten better, and obviously his offensive game is off the charts.
Beverly against Davis. And Beverly gets to Ariza. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, that's a lot of bricks by them early in the second. Only one make on 5 tries so far in the second half.
Kicks it out to Evans. From outside, off the mark.
That's a shot you've got to take if you're looking for the three-pointer. I mean, the defense was nowhere around.
And that one's good. Harden's got 5 now.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there. Dead on target.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Here's Ajinça. Drops it in from 14 feet away.
Big height advantage right there.
You know, it's tough to bring a big man that far away from the goal, but that might be a mismatch they're willing to live with.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
Boy, it's a rarity, guys, when you see a team like the Pelicans make the playoffs but finish dead last in their division. File that under strange but true.
Ryan Anderson, who's checked in for Alexis Ajinça. And a switch here also for Houston. Brewers checked in. Now here's Beverly. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And the shot is long. The caveat being for this Pelican team, the entire Southwest Division made the playoffs. I mean, you just don't hear that often, but that shows you top to bottom just how strong that division is, Greg. And the Pelicans fought hard to stay aloft.
They did. And listen, the fact that you go 8-8 in that division tells you that you are formidable. And that's all you can ask for, given how difficult that division is. The goal for them this year is to finish a little higher in their own division, and I'm sure that's a possibility.
Jones, no one around him. Hands it from downtown. Jones has got himself on the board with 3 there. 51 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Cole, defended by Beverly. Davis sets a screen. The shot by Evans, nobody around. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
And how about that, responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Terrific little tay-to-tay going on right now. Back and forth, here we go.
New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Davis with a screen on Ariza. Evans attacking for the tie. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Ariza no luck. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Rockets lead by 2. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Modiunas and Howard the post pair. And it's Lawson in at the point guard. Now Holiday. Screen by Asik. On the wing, Gordon to tie it up. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Gordon's got it all tied up now for the Pelicans. Holiday against Lawson. Got a piece of it, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lawson.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
They've got the opportunity to get the lead back.
And they've been waiting for this chance all game long.
Davis dishes to Pondexter. Davis with a screen on Ariza. And Holiday kicks to Gordon. Shot clock at 6. Down low. Deflects the pass. Modiunas with the steal. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. And he gets it to go.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Pelicans dance team.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Alvin Gentry had to say to the team. The message, stick with it. He said the game is right there, fellas, right there for the taking. But we've got to play with purpose and precision. Kevin, can they get it done?
Here's Davis. The shot misses. The Rockets go the other way with it. And here comes Lawson, leading the fast break. Here's Ariza. Passes it to Lawson. Fires from deep. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. And there's the pass to Davis. Finished off the break.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Now a timeout called by Houston. Lawson's against Holiday. It's Harden with the drive. And Lawson gets it to go on the assist by Harden. 10 points for Ty Lawson.
Big-time basket there on the inside. I mean, he had to get that one up and over the big guy.
Way up and over the big guy. And what a time in the ball game to make it happen.
Now here's Gordon. Davis setting the pick for Gordon. Inside, 5 to shoot. Use that pick to get in close. 6 points for Anthony Davis.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Now a timeout called by Houston. And the Pelicans making a change here. Evans is checked in. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Harden. Cannot hit. Gordon with the defensive effort. For New Orleans, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Evans kicks to Gordon. Off the left rim and out. For Houston, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Now the dish to Moniunas. Stolen by Gordon. Here's Pondexter, rips down the breakaway slam.
How about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They trail by 2. 1:09 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Moniunas. Lawson dishes to Harden. And Davis sends it back. Out of bounds. Rockets ball as Houston keeps possession. .102 left to play here in the fourth. Harden against Gordon. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Guys, it's come down here to a very important possession.
Yeah, 0 tolerance for mistakes here.
Screen by Ashik. Outside, Davis. Good.
Watch out. Anthony Davis has caught fire.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're losing by 4. 29 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. There's 25 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Wayne Harden, defended by Gordon. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That one's on Eric Gordon. You can see the leadership qualities on display right there, guys.
You know, he's their coach on the floor. There's no doubt about that. A great communicator, a great teammate, and as you mentioned, Kevin, a tremendous leader.
All right, now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. Harden hits them both.
Big time trip to the line there, bringing this down to a 1-possession game.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what, Greg? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late game free throws are a lot different than early game free throws in terms of making them.
And that's an intentional foul.
Shooting for the Orleans, Tyree Evans. At the line for 2.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And that's exactly how you close the game out. Those free throws will bury them for sure.
Ariza outside. Here's Harden on the wing. It's good! And that shot brings them to within just one. Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They lead by 1. Just 2 seconds left in the game. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Shooting for the Orleans, Memphis. 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
That last free throw was critical. Their only choice now is to go for the 3 to tie.
So it's a narrow victory for New Orleans, pulling it out for a W. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as Clark, they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
Yep, and it might not be the way a coach would have drawn it up or wanted it to end, but these fans loved it.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, Clark Kellogg, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.
The 2K Sports post-game show.